Ever wonder how a simple idea, just a spark, actually turns into a fully fledged app on your phone? It's a pretty complex journey, right? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that process by looking at how one company, Setu Consulting, makes it happen.
So, let's start with the big question every business is asking themselves. In today's super crowded digital world, how do you really reach your customers? I mean, there's so much noise out there. How do you cut through it all and make a real connection?
The answer, more often than not, is pretty simple. You have to meet them where they are. And where are they? Well, they're on their phones. Think about it. A mobile app isn't just a piece of software. It's a direct line to your customer, something that lives right there in their pocket.
Okay, but here's the thing. Having a great idea for an app is just the first step. Actually building it, that's a whole other ballgame. And you can't really do it alone. You need an expert partner. Which brings us to the company we're focusing on today, Setu Consulting.
Wow, okay. First thing that jumps out is this number, 600 plus. That's over 600 clients they've worked with. In the world of app development, that's huge. It means they've likely seen it all sorts of different industries, unique problems, and tricky technical challenges.
And it's not just about the number of clients. It's about how long they've been in the game. 7+ years. You know, in the tech world, things can change completely in a blink of an eye. So sticking around for that long, that definitely says something.
So, what's their whole philosophy? Well, they put it pretty simply. It's all about bridging that gap between complex technology and what a business actually needs to succeed in the real world. And it looks like they work with everyone, from brand new startups to big established companies.
All right, so let's get into the really interesting stuff, the blueprint. How do they actually craft these world-class experiences for both Android and iOS? Let's take a look.
So here you can see they've got both sides of the coin covered. For Android, they're using modern tools like Kotlin. That's Google's go-to language now. And for iPhones, they're using Swift, which is Apple's own powerful language. This is what's called a native approach. Basically, instead of a one-size-fits-all solution, they build the app from the ground up specifically for each phone. And you can usually feel the difference. It just runs smoother and feels more polished.
But you know, the tech they use is only half the story. The process, that's where the magic really happens. So let's see how Setu takes an app from just a concept all the way to a successful launch.
And here it is, their 6-step game plan. It all starts with discovery. That's where you figure out exactly what the app needs to do. Then you move to design, creating the look and feel. Development is next, and that's the heavy lifting, the actual coding. But they don't stop there. QA and testing is absolutely crucial to iron out all the bugs. Then comes the big day, launch. And I like this last one, support, because an app is a living thing. It needs care even after it's out in the world.
Okay, so we've seen their process, but it's not just about the steps they take. They also talk a lot about their promise, the principles behind the work. It's about turning a project into a true partnership. Let's dig into what that means. First up, innovation. This isn't just a buzzword. It's about building something that's gonna last. Mobile tech changes so fast, you don't want your brand new app to feel outdated in 6 months. So this is all about future-proofing.
Next, and this one is a big one, uncompromising quality. This means they are serious about testing. We're talking about making sure the app is rock solid, secure, and doesn't crash. In today's world, protecting user data is everything, so you can't cut corners here.
They also talk about being client-centric. What does that mean? Basically, they don't just see themselves as a contractor you hire. The goal is to become part of your team, like an extension of your own company. Their success is literally tied to your success.
And of course, there's on-time delivery. Nobody wants a project that drags on forever, right? They talk about using clear timelines and flexible, agile methods to make sure everyone knows what's happening and the things keep moving forward predictably.
And here are some more specific guarantees to give clients peace of mind. You get a dedicated project manager, so you always know who to talk to. You get full ownership of your idea and the code. They offer flexible ways to work together. And check this out, a 3-month free support guarantee after launch. That's a pretty nice safety net.
So, there you have it. We've looked at their experience, their step-by-step process, and the promises they make to their partners. It all kind of leads to one final question, doesn't it?
If any of this sounds like what you're looking for, the next step they suggest is pretty straightforward. Just start a conversation with a free consultation. All the contact info you'd need is right there.
And that really wraps up our look at how a company like Setu Consulting approaches mobile app development. It's a great reminder, Every single complex app we use, day in and day out, started as just one simple idea.
The real challenge and the real magic is in turning that idea into something real. So, your idea is waiting. What will you build?